Kaleidoscope Klan, good morning. Happy full moon in Libra. I wanted to come out and just talk a little bit about the value of the full moon and how we can use this to support our spiritual growth and development, right? So this full moon is in Libra. And Libra always has to do with our relationships with other people, significant other people in our lives. So we are going to see topics, issues, situations come up in our lives that are related to how we relate to the people in our lives. And as always, it will naturally oppose our individualism. So this is the balance that we're looking at. So for different people, this will manifest in different ways. You know, everyone has a different chart, but it will have to do with relationships, okay? So for all full moons, there are a number of different things that I do to be at my best and to set myself up for success moving forward. And I just wanted to share this with you because the cycles in our lives are very significant. The moon governs our cycles, our emotions, okay? And so when it is full, it means that the cycle is at its highest point of expression. And so when you're at your highest point of expression, what you need to plan for is, as your energy goes down, what you need to release, okay? So that's the focus during the full moon. During the new moon, you're planning on what your goals are. You're making plans as far as the details of what you want, which you can also do now. But first, we need to look at the things that are not working, that we need to get rid of so we can make more room for the good, okay? And we do this in a number of different ways. Number one, we clean our home and organize our home to be the most efficient and to make us feel the best, okay? The feng shui. We want to make sure that we optimize the energies. So you get rid of all the clutter in your home, the things that you never use, the clothes that you never wear, the stuff that's just taking up space, the things that are ugly, you know, that don't make you feel good. This is the time to take care of that, the cleaning, and just putting everything in its proper space. Feng Shui is around how you set up things specifically for the energy, okay? So you'll use things like mirrors and plants and beautiful imagery, fountains, those kinds of things, to make a place feel very abundant and rich. And so that's how you also attract that kind of energy, okay? So that's a whole nother thing. I will do a video on feng shui another time. But this is the time to organize and clean your home, okay? Washing clothes. Make sure all your dishes are washed, make sure all your clothes are washed, and everything is feeling good. Simplified. Okay, number two, we want to clean our bodies very well, okay? So that's the inside and the out, okay? For the inside, you take different herbs and remedies to get all the bad stuff out of your body. Me, myself, right now, I am taking activated charcoal, which pulls toxins like metals and things out of your body, and chemicals. I'm also taking neem, which is a natural herb here. I have a tincture, and actually I have a lot of experience with neem because in Ghana, my family took it as a prophylactic against malaria. So it's very, very powerful, and actually the UN named neem the herb of the millennia, or maybe the century. In 2000. No, I think it is the millennia. So anyway, yes, I'm taking those. And I'm also taking a lymphatic cleanser that has the herb red clover. So it's for you to choose what is appropriate There are many different options. Clays are very good for cleansing. Bentonite clay, psyllium husk. I'm also taking psyllium husk. So these things are, psyllium husk is to push fecal matter out of your body to cleanse your colon. Okay, so that's also very important. So cleansing, we want to clean our bodies out. We also want to take salt baths or very nice showers with medicinal essential oil soaps and things like that. That's very important. Salt purifies you, your energy. And if you have Epsom salt, it also gives you magnesium, which will help your body to relax. So that is a very positive thing to do for the full moon as well. Okay, next, I want to use candle magic. Light a candle is basically what we're talking about. And whenever you light a candle, you can use herbs, essential oils to add your intentions, to give positive energies, specific positive energies, okay? So during the full moon, we want to use things that are more protective in nature to get all the negative energies off of us. Again, the aim is to get things off of you that you don't want. So, again, something like neem, garlic, onions, different spices like clove, anise, patchouli, cinnamon, all these things are protective and supportive. And so the candle is a very important part of my full moon experience as well. Choosing the herbs, choosing the oils, I'll do a different video on that. Yeah, then we do the contemplation, which is one of the most important things, right? We want to go into that quiet space. We want to do some deep breathing. We want to really meditate on what it is that we need to release, meditate on our lives, okay? And we want to write down those things that we want to get rid of. After that, we want to just do a meditation to empty ourselves out and be open to the messages that are coming, because the energy is at its highest. So the spirit is going to be communicating with us, and we want to make ourselves available for that, okay? So meditation is a very, very important step during the full moon. It's very important for us to receive these messages to then move forward with. Okay, number 5, another thing that I do is I cleanse and recharge my crystals. Okay, so when you have crystals, you know that you have to take care of the energy of crystals. And during the full moon, it's a good time to put them out so they can get the energy of the full moon. Okay, so that's another thing that I do. And those are my main ritual. Oh, well, a bonfire is something that I regularly do too. Often I take those things that I wrote out that I want to get rid of, I throw them into a fire, which can also, I throw herbs in and different things, again, just to empower my prayers. So, a lot of times I'll go and do a temazcal. You know, I'll do a sweat lodge, because that also purifies you. So again, these are just, you know, things that I do, but everyone has their own rituals and things that are significant to you. You know, I also like to go to the cenotes. Anything, you know, to really be able to take advantage of the spiritual energies, you know. So using the elements related to earth, air, water, fire. So we have the crystals are earth. The fire is fire and air, because we're talking about creating the incense smoke is part of it, right? And water, the bath, and swimming and those kinds of things. So yes, Kaleidoscope Klan, I encourage you. Now is a time that we need to, even if you've never done any of these things, it's a good time to start. Because we just want to empower and stay connected to the world around us, to the elements. We want to invite the spirits to be with us, to be supportive of us. And this isn't a religious thing. This is that we are earth beings, and working with earth is important. You know, working with the meditations, working with, you know, being very intentional in this life. So also when you're rid yourself of negative thoughts, of course. Negative thoughts, negative feelings. Really allow yourself to be humble and rid yourself of egoistic issues that maybe you've harbored, ways that you've been a narcissist. You know, apologize if, you know, you've harmed or hurt someone. You know, get in alignment. It's a great time for that. Okay, so another beautiful day. Yes, and so I hope that you'll be able to use that this evening, because we still have another night of a full moon. You know, every full moon is 3 nights. It is the night before, the night of, and the night after, as far as the energy being strong enough to really get the most out of it. So enjoy your full moon, Kaleidoscope Klan, and continue to embody the sacred transformation.